Today my tool has finally came in, the synchronizer, to synchronize carburetors and all. And this little piece right here was $118 plus shipping. And I have been messing around with it, took my time. In the instructions it says you got to be patient, especially when you're moving the carburetors, you know, the adjustment screws. On this one, the main one is going to be the number 2 carburetor. There's no adjustments on it. You got adjustments on number 1, 3, and 4. Alright, anyway, I have, it was out of sync just a little, wasn't much. I ended up, let's see, on number 3 carburetor, I think I ended up turning that screw about 3/4 of a round. Then I had to turn number 4 about 1/4. And number 1, let's see, I want to say it was 1/2 to 3/4. I can't remember exactly, but in the instructions it says what you have to do is keep that, let's see, maybe the camera picked this up. It starts off at 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And as long as you got them rods within 2 centimeters, or the HG within 2, you're close enough. Alright, and at one time I had everything almost perfectly even. Now it's done cooled down, so it might show a little bit of a different reading. And 2, the number 3 carburetor stopped backfiring, or stopped backfiring out the exhaust, because I had to idle the number 3 carburetor up. Alright, let's see if it'll, okay, it might show a little difference, but if you'll see right here, this is the main carburetor, this is number 3, this is number 4. 3 and 4 is real close together. Now once it warms up, everything will be a little bit more even across there. Okay, this is about 16, 15, 16, 17. And see where this one is coming down some? It's warming up, and if you'll notice, they all are starting to even out just a little bit. This one is still just a grunt high, but I got it idling at 1100. And these screws, to get to them, you have to have a 5/16. Let's see. There's your adjustment screw right there. That nut is a 5/16 or 8 millimeters. And you just take your screwdriver, you adjust your idle, and if you'll notice, how the number 2 and 3 is getting real close together now. It's like, it acts like that first one wants to stick just a little. But if you'll see, everything is real close together. It's within the 2 centimeters, or the 2 HG. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of point that out to y'all. The motorcycle, everything is running a lot better than what it has. Like I said, there's no backfiring through the 3rd exhaust. Everything is looking good. It's running a lot better. And 2, this tool has just about paid for itself. It was $118 from Amazon. And to get motorcycle synchronized, just the synchronization of it, you're looking at around $100. At least that's what I paid last year to get one done, was $100. But yes, everything is looking real good on it right now. I ended up using some different adapters, because the adapters that came with this kit was real short and it's real hard to get down in there to it. So what I ended up doing was, I had another kit that I had, then I just used the extensions that just screws down into the intake chamber. And you know, I got everything working real good. It took time wise probably 15, I would say 15 to 20 minutes total, from the time I got started to the time I was through. For the simple reason is, when I had the carburetors off of here, I tried that the drill bit trick, and I'm here to tell you, I'm not that good at sticking the drill bit down in that one and checking the others. You know, that'll get you close, but I want to be a little bit more exact. So what I done, I closed the main one down to where I can take a 5/1000 filler gauge on the top side. Alright, it was a loose 5/1000, not millimeter, but 5/1000. And what I done, I just took my time and I set the rest of the carburetors, which I had these just a little bit too tight, because I had to open them up just a little bit to bring that tube down to where everything was even. So bottom line, you would think that when that tube is setting up on the gauge, you think, okay, well, you need to idle it down. No, you idle it up. And I was real close on it. I had to just idle up number 3, number 4, and number 1 to match number 2. All right, well, now I might get over there and show y'all that kit, what all comes with it. But anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, let me show you what all comes with this kit. You get the case, you get the tool, you get the hoses, and you get these other hoses that comes with the restrictors in there. Alright, now if you get the gauges and it's bouncing too much and you need to put more restriction on it, you got the option of putting these pieces in, which is smaller, and to help keep the gauges from bouncing around a lot. Now let's see, and the reason why I went ahead and used these instead of these is because these was real hard to, you know, get down in there and get started and screw on in. But what happens is your rubber hose is supposed to go onto there, and you hook the other hose to this, and the other end goes to your gauge. You got 4 T connectors. You got 2 sets of screws or fittings that screws in. You got a big thread, you got a small thread, and the one I used was the small thread, but I couldn't get that. Well, it was real hard to get in there. So what I done, I had this other gauge set that these is real aggravating, I'm here to tell you. And where that came from is right there. There was 4, and I was looking at the sizes. Now these and these are the same size, they're large. These are the small ones. You know, you got 4 super long small ones, and you got 4 that is the same length as that 12 millimeter. Let's see, let me put this back on. And too, one thing that I hated about these gauges is because you had it almost adjusted to where that gauge ain't bouncing around so much, and all of a sudden it just goes to 0. What happens is that valve right there, that O-ring was sucked down in there and just completely stopped the thing. That was pretty daggum aggravating. That's a brand new kit right there, y'all. I tried it a couple of times, and I'm here to tell you, I was a failure at them. But I used these pieces with this gauge, and now the motorcycle is running a lot better than what it was. No backfiring through the 30, through the third muffler, and I'm real happy about that. Let's see. And two, I've been thinking, if I can come across a drill bit is this size right here, this restrictor, or a drill bit this size of this restrictor, which it is a little tiny hole. But what I was thinking about doing was soldering up these ends, then take the drill bit and drill down in there. Anyway, I was messing around, looking and figuring and thinking about this, and guess what, y'all? I've run across something that is about the same size of the big one. This little straw that goes on a can of carburetor cleaner, like this right here. That looks really close right there. And you know, I thought about, well, could I JB weld that in or something to where I can use these tubes to where I don't have to, you know, solder, drill out or anything like that, just in case I can't find a drill bit this size. Not the outside, but the inside diameter, which that is a very small drill bit. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to point the stuff that, you know, point out that what all comes with this kit. And like I said, this right here, one-time use, it almost paid for itself. In other words, I was looking at $100, and this was $118. So, you know, $100 done been paid, because I didn't have to get somebody else to synchronize my carburetors. And with the instructions and all, it says be patient, and I'm here to tell you, it pays to be patient with this. It tells you what all comes with it, and how to use it and everything. And it shows you how to hook the hoses up. You know, you got to use that little restrictor, and it's supposed to be 12 centimeter, excuse me. 12 centimeter. It was in here somewhere, in the instructions. No, 10. No, the tube is 10 centimeters. Okay, I was calling it 12. I apologize about that. It's 10, not 12, 10. I don't know where I got 12 from, probably off of this gauge. But anyway, it's, you know, instructions, and, you know, it's real simple, easy. You just, when you start to use it, don't be in no hurry to get it knocked out and get done with it. Because it takes a little time. Like I said, it took me, you know, about 15-20 minutes total. And well, with the carburetors, I thought I had them pretty close, and I did. But what I ended up having to do was open up the carburetors just a little bit, because I had them closed just a fraction too much. And like I said, I was using a filler gauge when I had the carburetors off. Let's see, where's that? 3, 4. That's the one right there I was using, the 5/1000ths. And what I was doing is sticking it on the top side of the butterfly and feeling of it, and, you know, comparing, and then make my adjustments. And I had it pretty close. It was I had it closed too much, not open enough. But that was just a fraction what I had it. But anyway, I reckon that'll do it for this video. I just want to kind of point everything out to y'all and show y'all what comes with the kit. And my thoughts on this right here, yes, I would say, you know, If you want to save yourself some money and you find yourself where you're going to end up having to just several carburetors or something along that line, that works on I think it's, yeah, inside there I said it works on fuel injection and stuff like that. You know, when you start to set them and all, it fuel injection, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, a long story short, you can do a lot of stuff with this, you know, synchronizing the carburetors and all. And if you have a problem where you cannot synchronize the carburetors, then they tell you you might have another problem somewhere else in there. Let's see this. You know, it would go into problem. One of the adjustments may not be valid, so all adjustments must be exited and started again. There might be an air leakage at each connection. Check the connection. A dirty air filter, clogged exhaust system, engine failure, or low compression. Use a compression test to pinpoint the problem. Alright, then it says, you know, the rubber hose is loose, kinked, squashed, or wrongly wired, and it should be corrected. Anyway, it comes with, you know, common sense instructions, really. And, you know, just read it and take your time. Don't be in a rush with it. And I put it this way, I'm very, very happy with this tool. I don't think anybody that would buy this right here would be disappointed unless they got a serious problem with their motorcycle. But yes, I found out that these tubes right here is a lot easier to put in than what it is to put these little pieces. Well, that's the big ones, that's the small ones right there, because it's real hard to get to. All right, well, I reckon I ought to do it, and I think I've done rambled on long plenty on this. But anyway, thank you for watching. I just, you know, just wanted to point all this stuff out and the aggravation with them gauges. But you know what? I get to thinking. Now, what if, say like if you take them hoses right there, and instead of using these valves to control, if you had something like these little tiny restrictors, I wonder if these would be a lot more closer instead of sitting there bouncing around like it does. It's just something I thought about, you know, when I was looking at everything and trying to figure out how to get everything said and done and everything. But them right there, I like them. Now that was from that kit, not this kit. So, you know, anyway, I reckon that'll do it. Thank you for watching.